Welcome back. 8330 on the Nifty, which means the Nifty has covered considerable ground from the low point of the day. South Indian Bank has kick-started the banking earnings on a positive note with an improvement seen with stable asset quality this quarter, but the guidance for the asset quality is better for FY17, and that's also helped names like an IDBI Bank, Andhra Bank, Bank of India recover a tad bit from the day's low. But pharmaceutical sector has been in focus today. In fact, all the stocks like Alembic, Cadila, Lupin, all have news attached to it. Sarabjit, Kour, Nangra of Angel Broking joins in to analyze each and every stock. Sarabjit, first let me start with Alembic Pharma, where they've got an EIR for their API facility at Karkari. How important is this particular news for Alembic Pharma?
See, definitely, though it's an API facility, it's definitely important because for Alembic, API is also one of the drivers for the company. So definitely it's positive. And
change your assessment on the EPS expectations or valuation?
No, not really, because the thing is that we didn't downgrade the numbers earlier, so we are not changing the numbers. But in terms of valuations, I don't see much, much upsides because the stock is already fairly valued at these levels. So we are not. It's fairly valued at these levels. I don't see much coming through, even though the news has come in, which is positive for the company.
All right, then moving on to the other pharma stocks, Sarabjit. Then Cadila Health has been a big mover this week, 9% up. Today it's got an all clear for its Moraiya facility, and yesterday Zydus actually entered into the medical patents pool for an hepatitis C drug. How do these things change your assessment towards the stock?
Definitely Cadila definitely changes because Cadila, though its numbers was coming through in spite of Moraiya, but we believe that it's one of the key facilities for Cadila. So approval coming through is definitely a big booster. And apart from the other research-related news, those are news flows are kind of outlet. I mean, these are partnership. These kind of news flows. They don't. They are more long, long duration positive for the stock rather than anything substantial in the near term.
So, what would your call on that stock be then?
We have a buy because the stock has already been, though it's moved up in the recent past, but it's underperformed most of its peers actually. So we have a buy on the stock.
What about Lupin, where the US FDA is given to minor 483s at the Dabasa facility? First, if you could tell us, how much does Dabasa contribute to Lupin's revenues?
See, Dabasa is, I don't know exact number because it's an API facility actually. It's not a formulation, and Lupin does very little of API actually outside as an export. So it's more for internal consumption for its formulation in the US market. So as far as number concerned, I don't think it should be impacting with an API facility. API you can easily outsource it through some other companies also. Even though it's not a blow at this point in time, and especially it's voluntary inspection certified. So to that extent, what it means is that the observations that are coming through are technical in nature. So the VAI inspection letter that they've classification that they've got means that these are very technical in nature. It's nothing very serious or in a way harming the regulations in a big way. So, and company has been confident that they will come above it. So in terms of valuation, again, the stock is very attractively valued given the news flow that I've seen couple of months. And there also we have a strong buy with a target of 1800 on the stock.
All right, Sarabjit, thanks a lot for that strong buy on both Cadila as well as Lupin. But the market's Bank Nifty just about that 18,000 mark, sitting right in the middle of today's high as well as today's low point. At this point in time, it's curtains down on Midcap radar.